Hello Sagittarius, welcome to your weekly reading. This is going to be your reading for the week of the 2nd going to the 8th of August. So let's go straight into your channeled messages for you guys. So what do we have? We did actually have quite a good few cards coming up, and this week is really going to be about clarity, to say the least. It feels more than that. For a lot of you, there have been some answers in life. It feels very spiritual that you've been searching for. A lot of you have been trying to find meaning to certain things. There's something that you are searching for that you're going to find within this week, which is good. So truth, clarity is going to come out. This is going to free you so that you are able to move forward with life, which is going to be amazing for you. This is going to be a week of forward movement. This is going to be a week of determination. This is definitely a week of newness as well, and there was a lot of new things coming up for you, a new chapter of life, which means an ending of an old cycle, so a beginning of a new one. We have the Wild card and the Fool card come out for the fire sign, so definitely about coming to completion in the Fool's journey. It starts with the Fool and it ends with the Wild and goes back to the Fool again. So for a lot of you, there's been a journey that you've embarked on, that you finally learned the lessons for. You've earned the truth, clarity from it, and now it's time that you're taking a leap of faith into a new chapter, which is going to be good for you. Okay, a new sense of self that's going to be very good for you as well. And I actually feel like, whether you realize it or not, there's going to be a lot of changes happening within you here, Sag, which are all going to be very good. And as I'm saying that, my heart is just like coming alive here and getting butterflies inside me, which is great, because it means a lot of you are transforming for the better and letting out a side of you that you've never realized that you had before, which is going to be good for you. Okay. Which is going to be good. Any of you who have been trying to find out what their purpose is, I do see that happening as well within this week. So this is going to be very good for you. I see a lot of building on our self-worth within this week. So I would actually say anything spiritually that you want to do, whether it's meditation or actually visualizing certain things, or the kind of person you want to be, this is going to be very good for you. And I feel like I'm a Virgo, so I write down lists a lot, but honest to God, Sag, it helps. So maybe write down a list of things that you want to do more of, whether it's reading, whether it's writing, whether it's, doing more stuff for you, which I do think you're the priority right now here, Sagittarius. I would really do that and write it somewhere that you always see it, and actively take on, actively go read a book for like a page. Like a page is still something, and you can build a very, very good habit just by doing something small and working your way up. Okay, you don't need to go in intensely, especially you, Sagittarius. If anyone gets distracted, it's you from finishing something that you said you were going to do, but it's all good. I love you guys nevertheless. There's actually a really good book that I'd recommend for you guys, specifically with what's coming up intuitively. It's by James Clear. It's called Atomic Habits. If you guys want to change your life, change what you're doing on a daily basis, because this could be coming up for you guys. There's a reason why I say anything, apparently. I'd really look into this book. It will help you build habits that you will keep, okay? Because of the way that it helps you understand it, okay? Anything that you guys have been working on, I know it's been taking a while for you guys. You're not exactly seeing results. Things might have been a little bit stagnant, or you've had to go backwards to go forwards. Whatever this is here, Sagittarius, you are going to start to see it. It might not be within this week. I think whatever this is, it's quite big, so it might take a little while more, but you are on the route, so don't give up. Okay, you are almost there. This is naturally what happens in a journey that's going towards this legacy, or this stability, or this, financial freedom. This kind of blip happens of where we're like anticipating, there was once a lot of growth, and now it kind of come to a standstill. It's not exactly at a standstill. In fact, how they're showing it for me here, Sag, whatever this is that you're working on, you've seen the tree blossom, right? Like these plants, it sprouted out, and you're like, wow, this is happening so quickly. Then all of a sudden it stops. It's not the fact that the plant or the tree or whatever your project isn't growing, or relationship. It's not that it's not growing. It's just that the roots are getting stronger. The roots are going down deeper to really, really stabilize what is actually happening. So a lot of the time we're very quick to judge that because things are slowed down, it's the end of the world. Oh my goodness, it's not going to go the way I wanted it to. I'm not going to get where I wanted to go with this. No, you will. It's just that this is a time for the roots to grow, and not just everything that we see on the surface. So that happens. Okay, my lovelies. Anything else for you guys? Just persevere, keep going. I do think things are going to be moving forward for you very, very soon. And yeah, taking leaps of faith are granted at this time. One thing I will say though, just be careful of your emotions. Now, it's so important to make sure we have a release for these emotions here, Sagittarius. But one thing I want to say is just don't let them deceive you. A lot of the time when our emotions are like here, there, everywhere, because they're not a stable thing, just like the moon, it's not exactly stable in terms of astrology. It's asking for you to not base everything on that. It's good to release this and to really understand why you're experiencing what you're experiencing through understanding your emotions and letting it out, writing it down or telling someone or just telling yourself. That's what I do. Just don't base your decisions on this emotion unless it's intuition. Very, very different things. Intuition is a gut feeling. Emotions more coming from like this area, not down here, okay? Anyways, let's go into your reading. That just means you might need some grounding here, guys, okay? Get some sage, meditate, and imagine your roots growing. Ah, that makes sense. Okay, let's see what's going on for Sag. Let's see what's going on for Sagittarius, please, for the week, Spirit. Okay, we have the Page of Pentacles, the Five of Cups, the Queen of Wands. Let's talk about it. We have this at the bottom of the deck. We love the Nine of Pentacles. So a lot to do with your freedom, personal development. I love this. I also feel like there's a lot of happiness that is going to be spread around you with the Ten of Cups. You are finding your happiness, and I do feel like this is a good time for family, by the way, as this is coming up. Oh my God. So when we have the Page of Pentacles, this is really good in terms of new projects that we might be starting here. Any new endeavors that we have embarked on, especially in terms of work, any new investments, this is a very good sign for you, by the way. The Page of Pentacles comes in and encourages us to learn about something new and to take on new habits and to do things that I don't want to say challenge us per se, but definitely teaches us something new about ourselves and about life and about whatever it is that we're working on here. So the Page of Pentacles is a very good sign. This could also be an offer coming your way. This could be, money could be coming in for you. Someone could be gifting you money or whatever it is. Which is good. This does feel like a small offer, but it's something. And I think it should be something that you should be happy about, whatever this is coming through for you. We also have the Five of Cups coming through. And this is where I was mentioning about our emotions are valid, but they should not be, they're not stable enough to base our decisions on it. And even our life on it or our day. Our day should not be based on our emotions. And I know how difficult it is when you are feeling upset about something that didn't go your way with the Five of Cups, something that didn't, that something spilled your happiness. This is what the Five of Cups means, something's upset you. Now, when this comes up, it's asking for you to pay attention to the positives rather than the negatives here, and what we've gained and what we've learned from the situation rather than the difficulties that we've been through. I think it's really important to make sure what we're focusing on is going to help us grow rather than drag us down. That's not just for the fact, it's mainly for your own self, all right? Again, it's good to purge these emotions, let them out, but at the same time, don't base your day on it. And again, it's easier said than done. I completely understand. I'm human too. I'm not, a guru or anything. I also experience these things, but one thing that really helps me is writing these things down and really kind of seeing how life has developed so far and really writing down the things that you are happy for today and not focusing on the bad, okay? This is why they're saying to flip the switch here. When we do flip the switch, which a lot of you are going to end up doing, Sagittarius, we end up encompassing this beautiful fiery energy, which is you here, which is great. Could definitely be us being in the spotlight, but this has a lot to do with your confidence coming up here. And I almost want to say that this is almost both of these are you, and we kind of are evolving from this. From whatever the situation is that did bring us and has brought us disappointment here, I actually see that we're kind of glowing up a little bit, maturing a little bit because of the events that have happened. Some of you could be traveling, or this could be a good time for a break or a holiday, could definitely be needed. But when the Queen of Wands comes in, there's a kind, caring, compassionate side of you that seems to be coming out, but also a fiery side, a sassy side of you, and a side of you that's now prioritizing yourself, which is good. So we went from kind of wanting to please others. Don't ask me how I'm getting this. Is very intuitive because it's very childlike energy here, and wanting to give. Now you're in a position of where you're wondering what people have to give to you, and this is really, really good. And I like how this is happening here because I feel like you wanted to give to someone or to something, and it didn't work out in your favor, and now you're in a position of receiving. Now you're in a position of, okay, universe, what have you got for me? Because I'm going to start trusting in you a little bit more now to give me what it is that you think I deserve and what's divinely perfect for me. And the Queen of Wands brings in attention. It brings in success because of the frequency that you guys are now vibrating on, okay? It could be changing anything to do with our looks, could be spending a little bit more on our appearance here, guys, by the way, as well. But this also does look very, very good for business, okay? All right, let's see what else is coming up for Sagittarius. Yeah, the Death card. This is what I mean. It's transformation. Something has ended, or something, you know, didn't go the way that you wanted it to, but the Death card comes in and says, this is now time to move forward. This is a time for complete closure, an end of a cycle, so that we can move into this receiving energy and learn the lessons. Whatever this is, it taught you a lesson here. Can we clarify what this could be? Whoa. With the Two of Swords in reverse and the Four of Swords. I think this is what this, so when the Two of Swords is in reverse, it's kind of like not making a decision. Instead, you're taking some time out to heal. So the Death card coming through here feels as though something was out of your hands. And now with the Four of Swords, you're having no choice but to rest and focus on self. And to focus on, again, clarity and potential heartbreak here with the Three of Swords there. Okay? One thing I keep wanting to mention, this lady is in her hair. in her hair. Now that can represent, you know when I say, there's a phrase, isn't there? Like, get out my hair. Something that's been bothering you, something that's been bugging you, you're now able to release that, or you will be on the path of releasing that. Something to do with hair here. Could be changing your hair. And Two of Swords coming through in reverse. Yeah. Something is kind of out of our hand. And this is also what the Death card represents. It's kind of, this is a part of the journey here. Things do come to an end, and it's okay to mourn it. It's absolutely fine to, in fact, whatever this ending is, it needs to be mourned. That's the only way we can move forward properly, you know? So whatever this is that you're having to let go of, whatever this is, whether it's our emotions, because again, that can be difficult to let go of. I know for me anyways, when I'm in a really bad mood, it's so difficult for me to let go of it. It takes extra grieving to let go of that emotion, to then move into something better and to gain that confidence back again, okay? So you're having to understand that things are out of your hand. There's nothing you can do about it. And I would really put up the do not disturb sign on your door now, like hypothetically speaking, because I think that you do need some time to yourself and to, you know, around people that you are comfortable being around. This is not a big time just yet if you are experiencing these things, until you feel ready to actually, you know, to take some time for yourself before you go out and explore. This almost feels like this is a transformational period here, because we have this on one side and this on the other side, and bang in the middle we have all these cards here representing this transformation that you seem to be going through. Now for everyone, that transformational period is going to be different, and you know, timing wise, but ultimately you are all moving towards this really amazing seductive time. Can I say you're going to be in a spotlight? Did I say that you're going to get a lot of attention here? People want you. It's up to you though, who you want to give that energy to, or whether you just want to be appreciated from a distance. So we have the Nine of Swords coming out here, Sag. So all of these issues seem to be, yeah, especially because it's coming up the Queen of Pentacles. So it could be worries about finances coming through. Again, please trust in the universe here. With the Nine of Swords coming through, a lot of it is mental. A lot of it is that we are thinking so much about it that it's becoming out of hand. So just be careful of doing that, okay? We don't want to corner ourselves in. We don't want to corner ourselves. Is that a saying? We don't want to put ourselves in the corner and keep ourselves stuck there. The Queen of Pentacles is abundant, and as much as you might be worried about finances or stability at this point, the Queen of Pentacles is still here, and because this is more mental than anything else, you are going to be sitting on this throne too, so I wouldn't worry too much about it. A lot of this feminine energy is coming through on this side, so regardless of gender, again, this is about receiving, this is about being in a position of trust and of bringing compassion to the table here for yourself and for others. And to not overthink things. I don't know if you think that you're the problem, because you're not. Don't overthink the situation. I know it's easier said than done. Please write down what you're experiencing, and then when you feel a little bit better, come back to what you've written down and you know, bring that logic to the table and counteract the issues and problems that you feel like you're having. Because it does feel as though in the heat of the moment, our mind can easily spiral and our emotions can too. Here, Sagittarius, I know it's a bit of a deep reading, I'm sorry. I wish it was more straightforward. We have the Emperor coming in here, which is about taking more control. For any of you who have your own businesses and stuff, I do see this confidence is going to put you in a position of where you are going to build the right foundations here. Clarify the Emperor. The Four of Pentacles, exactly. The foundations, especially with that here. The Nine of Pentacles again. So finances are going to increase here. Just be careful that we're not overly trying to control things. We're not overly trying to control ourselves or the external environment, which we have no business with, by the way. We cannot control anything outside of us. So by trying to control that, what you're going to do is you're going to restrict yourself and you're actually going to become a lot more stuck than you want to be. So this is saying here, by removing the need to control everything, by letting go of the outcome, by just focusing on you here today, what you need right now, not tomorrow, not the day after that, this is where you're actually going to start to see progress, and you are going to actually start to see financial freedom coming in, a lot more independence coming in. You know, spending some time out in nature is going to be very important for you within this week as well here, my lovelies, because you're going through transformation. You're going through a lot of changes, and I do think it's for the better. Can I just see the overall outcome? Knight of Wands, which is you, Sag. I do think we are with the Hierophant. How interesting. I think a lot of us is becoming a lot more spiritual, a lot more religious even when this kind of comes in. There's something that you're dedicating yourself to, and that could be spirit, that could be the divine. You could be sitting here and going, do you know what? I'm just going to look into these kinds of different things and different beliefs and see what, you know, I resonate with the most. This could also be relationships, most possibly here with the Strength card, but it's not really screaming that to me right now, because the Knight of Wands is, despite that being a very solid, stable card, you're more in like an exploration kind of energy here. Some of you could definitely be going back to school or teaching yourself something here. And we have the Strength card, which is about a balance. No, it's about strength, of course, but it's about balance. As you can tell on the normal Rider-Waite deck, sorry, I'm just really looking at these cards. We have the Maiden and the Lion, right? And the Lion represents the masculine energy of strength, you know, willpower, and all that stuff, assertiveness and whatever, courage, of course. And the Maiden represents the feminine energies, and she represents compassion and kindness, and the Strength card pulls together when we need both. So when we need to go out and do things and explore and be spontaneous and, you know, be a Sagittarius, and other times where we need to kind of be that, like this Hierophant here, and commit and be more disciplined and have a steady routine, you know. So it's about a balance of both of those. And I think you're in a time period of where you're either making a choice or whether you're learning to, again, incorporate both of these into your daily routines to, you know, become a better person. And I do see a lot of growth coming through for you here. I do think we've been through some betrayal here. I do think we've been through a lot of heartbreak, but I see coming from this, you will come across a lot more abundance, because it's taught you a lesson about yourself. And I think if it hasn't, you need to reflect a little bit more, okay? Because there's always a reason behind everything, okay? My lovelies, I love you guys. I wish you all the best. I'm sorry this reading's not exactly the greatest, but it is still life, and it is still something that we need to consider as we go about our daily basis, right? Not everything is glitter, sparkles, and rainbows. Although even with rainbows, you gotta go through the rain, no? So let's just call it that. Your rainbow's coming, Sagittarius. Just focus on yourself this week and really dig deep, because I do see that we will be moving forward in amazing ways, okay? I love you guys. I wish you all the best. Very quickly, I just want to mention that on Instagram, there is an account pretending to be me, trying to scam people. It's not me. If it's not linked down below, do not follow it, okay? This has been happening so much in the tarot industry, and unfortunately it's not something that we can exactly deal with right now. Instagram is working to take it off of there, so hopefully it gets taken down ASAP, but I have done all I can to make sure it comes off, and I will still keep posting about it. But until then, please just be careful, all right? We don't want to be giving these people any time, attention, definitely not any money for their bad ways. I love you guys. I wish you all the best, and I will see you next week, okay?